All right, so the African narrative shared this, and it says Africa top 10 gold producing versus gold reserves. So number one, we are actually diving inside the top gold reserves in tons. Number one is Algeria. Algeria is said to have a gold reserve of 173.56 tons. Number two is Libya, 146.65 tons. Number three is Egypt, 126.82 tons. Number four is South Africa, 125.44 tons. And number five, we have Morocco with 22.12 tons or 22.12 tons. Number six is Nigeria with 21.37 tons. Number seven is Mauritius with 12.42 tons. And number eight, we have Ghana with 4.87 tons. And number nine, we have Tunisia with 6.84 tons. And number 10, we have Mozambique with 3.94 tons. Okay, so welcome to the African Time. My name is Vadashi. While we are discussing Africa, we are discussing Africa's top gold reserves and gold producing countries. And the first one I've shared is Africa's top gold reserves. And then we have gotten to know that the leading countries are Algeria, Libya, Egypt, South Africa, Morocco, Nigeria, Mauritius, Ghana, Tunisia, and then Mozambique. These are the African countries, or the top 10 African countries with the most gold reserves in tons. And I've actually shared with you the figures in tons also. Now, let's dive inside the next topic, saying the Africa's largest or top 10 gold producing countries or gold production countries in tons. Let's go. So it's also shared by the African narratives. Number one on the list is Ghana. Ghana is said to have 135.1 tons of gold production. Number two is Mali, said to have 105 tons. Number three is South Africa, 104.3 tons. Number four is Burkina Faso with 98.6 tons. Number five is Sudan, 72.5 tons. And number six, we have Guinea, with 64.9 tons. And number seven, we have Tanzania, 52 tons. And number eight, we have Cote d'Ivoire, 51.5 tons. And number nine, we have Zimbabwe, 46.6 tons. And at number 10, we have Democratic Republic of the Congo with 45.4 tons. Okay, so the African narrative says, note this. So with the gold reserves, it's at the fourth quarter of 2024. That is how we get that gold reserve. And the source was World Gold Council. So the gold reserve that was shared was the fourth quarter of 2024. That is, the fourth quarter is somewhere September, October, November, and December. That was the recent data concerning the gold reserves in the world shared by the World Council. And also with the gold production, it's also by the third quarter of 2024. That is somewhere June, or July, August, September, or June, July, August, September. That is the third quarter of 2024, and also shared by the World Gold Council. Also, these were something fascinating to know concerning Africa gold reserves and gold production, and also the year, and then the year or the quarter of the year that they were actually meant. Well, this one says that is a lot of gold. Another one says South Africa and Ghana are the only two in both top lists. Okay, yeah. So in the top production countries in Africa, we have Ghana leading, and then South Africa being second. And then also in the top reserves, also we have Ghana and South Africa also being part on the list. They are only countries that are actually doing great and also balancing the production and then the reserves place. Okay, now let's see the global ranking of the world's top producing countries or gold reserves. The world's top gold reserves countries. Do you know why I'm saying this? We all know Africa is actually one of the top gold production countries in the world, but I've actually noticed the reserves in Africa. Now let's see the top gold reserves in the world, and you actually go to identify yourself how better Africa is doing concerning gold production and gold exports. Okay, see this. So by Global X, it says our gold reserves in tons in the world. So number one is United States of America, having about 8,133 tons. Number two is Germany with 3,352 tons. And number three, have Italy with 2,452 tons. France being followed with 2,437 tons. Russia following with 2,336 tons. China following with 2,264 tons. Switzerland is following with 1,040 tons. Japan is following with 846 tons. India 841 tons. The Netherlands having 612 tons. Turkey having 585 tons, Taiwan having 422 tons, Portugal having 383 tons, Poland having 377 tons, and Uzbekistan having 365 tons. Well, Mind you, most of these countries that are actually leading the world's most gold reserves actually don't have a gold mine in their countries. Well, that's for sure. And Africa actually have a lot of gold mines in their country, but we are actually nowhere close with these guys. I will actually say the top country with the most gold reserves in Africa is just only 173 tons. That is crazy. Why Mother Africa? What is wrong? What are we doing wrong? Is it the people, the leaders, or what? Why are we actually doing wrong to actually deserve this? But hey, it's never too late. We can actually change the ship and also make things actually better for us if our leaders actually concentrate on making most of our production into reserves. Okay, the name is Rashi. This African time. I'm actually here, and I was always here to discuss Africa with you guys, and then let you guys actually knows what is happening in our continents and the beautiful things that we are lacking and the things we can do to improve ourselves. Don't forget to share your comments, share the content, and most importantly, subscribe to this channel, and let's have more African time. Shall we? Thank you for your time.